In the world of value, truth hides behind great ideas. From a Scottish seaside town to the roar of modern exchanges, Adam Smith's question remains: can a free market keep a human soul? Wealth has multiplied. Comforts once royal are now ordinary, and yet anxiety rises. Has the invisible hand forgotten the heart? Smith would start here. Prosperity is a moral achievement. It reflects cooperation at scale, promises kept, reputations earned, risks borne, failures learned. Poverty is not romantic. Growth is not a sin. But growth without memory, profit without purpose, corrodes from within. He warned of two seductions: the glamour of the great and the power of the state. The first tempts us to admire wealth more than worth. The second tempts us to trade freedom for the illusion of control. What preserves the moral economy? Three cords braided tight. First, character. The impartial spectator must live in us still, in accountants who refuse to hide losses, in executives who tell the truth in bad quarters, in traders who honor the rule that reputation is harder to replace than capital. When private shame works, public law works less often, and better. Second, competition. Not the theater of competition, not staged rivalries protected by regulation, but entry that is genuinely open. When newcomers can challenge incumbents, prices tell the truth and innovation serves the many. Third, community. Markets coordinate value, not meaning. Families, schools, associations and faiths supply the loyalties that money cannot buy and should not try to. When community fades, consumption pretends to be purpose. It is a poor substitute. Look at two cities. In the first, startups form, fail, and form again. Talent moves easily. Rules are clear and light. Philanthropy is local and proud. Here, wealth circulates with stories. Success returns as mentorship. The moral economy breathes. In the second, permits are currency. Favors are policy. Failure is fatal because second chances depend on patrons. Capital hoards. Cynicism spreads. Here, wealth congeals, hope migrates. Smith would also ask, how do we treat the distant stranger whose hands make what we buy? The moral economy extends empathy beyond the neighborhood. Trade is not exploitation when choice is real and law restrains force. It becomes exploitation when workers are trapped, when rulers sell their people's freedom for power. The answer is not to sever exchange, but to widen the circle of the rule of law. Speculation? Smith would not confuse liquidity with lawlessness. Finance serves the real if it prices risk honestly and disciplines waste. It betrays the real when it privatizes gains and socializes losses. The cure is alignment. Let risk-takers bear risk, and let failure be a teacher, not a forbidden word. And what of meaning? The market can price a violin, but cannot write a lullaby. It can deliver medicine, but cannot promise mercy. It can measure inputs and outputs, but cannot declare a life well lived. That judgment belongs to homes, to friendships, to vocations chosen for love as well as livelihood. A moral economy honors these limits and refuses to make money the measure of all things. Wealth is a tool, freedom is a condition, character is the aim. When storms come, and they will, the societies that endure are those whose citizens know how to stand without orders. They keep promises under pressure. They help neighbors without waiting for instructions. They rebuild without permissions that arrive too late. Such habits are not decrees, they are cultures, taught over time. Smith's hope was that commerce would train these habits by rewarding reliability, patience, and imagination. His fear was that luxury would dull them. The difference is not the balance sheet, but the soul, the stories we tell about why we work and what we owe. So here, at the end of our week with Adam Smith, the question returns to you. What do you seek when you seek profit? What will the impartial spectator say of your choices when the market is closed and the lights are out? Choose to be lovely, not merely loved. Choose service that scales. Choose rules that you would accept if you were the least among us. Then the invisible hand will not just make us richer, it will make us worthy of riches. This is Masters of Value, where minds built the price of freedom. Tomorrow, we gather all 6 chapters into a single journey, a feature that traces Smith's moral architecture of freedom from Kirkcaldy to the modern world, and leaves us ready for the thinkers who would guard that freedom in the storms to come.